Don't let the fear of missing out push you to buy a planner you hate to use. To get you ready for the 2025 Hobonichi release, we'll go over the things that the JetPens team wish they had thought about before they bought their Hobonichi Techos so you don't make the same mistakes. Let's get started. 1. Know what format you want before you dive in. Don't just grab the first Hobonichi Techo you see on JetPens.com. Instead, get familiar with the kind of planning you prefer doing and pick a Techo based on the format that suits you best. Hobonichi planners aren't cheap, so the last thing you want is to invest in something that you won't use. There are 2 formats for everyday planning, daily and weekly. Both include monthly calendars for getting a big picture view of upcoming events. The daily planner works well if you need a lot of space for writing out tasks, or if you want to write journal entries. The weekly format may suit you better if you record deadlines rather than details and don't need as much space for everyday entries. The Day-Free has dated monthly calendars and undated graded pages. It's a great option if you don't need to write every day, or if you want to create your own planning system. 2. Pick the right size, because you don't want to drag a heavy Techo around. You might be excited to use your Hobonichi Techo on vacation, right up until you're carrying a 1-pound planner every single day. It's important to pick the right Techo size to ensure you use it. While the Weeks only comes in one size, the daily planners are available in A5 and A6 sizes. The A5 cousin is heavy, so it's better to keep it at home or in the office. On the other hand, the A6 planner fits nicely in a purse or backpack for everyday carry. Of course, in exchange for a smaller size, you also get less space to write in. If you have a lot to say, it can be tough to keep your notes or journal entries to one page. In that case, try using the A5 Avec. It splits the year into 2 6-month booklets, so you get more writing space and it's easier to carry. There's also an A6 Avec if you want a slim, portable planner. 3. The paper is great, but not if you aren't used to it. You may have heard of Tomoe River S paper and how amazing it is. At just 47 GSM, it's so thin that it keeps these planners surprisingly slim. Yet it also performs well with inky writing instruments, like fountain pens and markers, without any bleed-through. However, you might have to adjust your expectations if you're used to really thick paper. Hobonichi paper can feel flimsy in comparison, and some people will hate the amount of show-through visible on the back of the page. 4. Inks take a long time to dry on Hobonichi Techo paper, so make sure to plan for that. To reduce feathering and bleed-through, inks take a long time to dry on Hobonichi Techo paper. This means that your notes might smudge if you write quickly. We recommend using graphite pencils or fast-drying writing instruments like ballpoint pens if you don't want to see any smears. Otherwise, be aware of how long it takes for your favorite pen to dry. It's always a good idea to pick up some blotting paper, which you can tuck between the pages of your Techo to soak up excess ink. We've tested all kinds of writing instruments and accessories like correction tape on Hobonichi Techo paper. Check out the card above to read about our favorites. You can even shop specially curated bundles for the Hobonichi at JetPens. 5. Hobonichi planners are packed with features to help you plan. Try using them. If the Hobonichi Techos format seems too simple for you, you might be missing out on the features packed into every page. Even long-term Hobonichi users may not know about the secret line in the original planners, or the tick marks in the weeks. These subtle features help you divide up the page, so it better suits the way you plan. For example, use the tick marks in the weeks to divide each day into thirds. That way you can write about your daily meals, split tasks into work, personal, and other, or whatever else you can think of. There are other pages in the Hobonichi Techo for planning and recording information too. Use the index at the beginning to track habits over the course of an entire year, or write down all the things you want to do in the My 100 list in the back. Be sure to check that the planner you want to get has the features you're looking for. For example, while the original and planner both use daily formats, only the original has checkboxes at the top of the page. The 2025 Hobonichi lineup will be available at JetPens very soon. Be sure to sign up for an email notification so you'll know when it arrives. Have you used a Hobonichi Techo before? What do you wish you knew about it before you bought it? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching! Okay, so what will I be using for 2025? I don't use one of the Hobonichi dated products, I use the plain notebook. So this is mine from 2024, and this is going to be the one I'm going to use in 2025. So I have my little index tabs here. These are the Midori Chirato. I love these because they're so tiny. But the reason why I use a plain notebook is because I like to have my calendars in front of my weekly pages. And the Hobonichi data products have the calendars in the beginning, which is nice, but it's not really like my planning style. So I was like, I'm just gonna make my own and we'll see what happens. And I believe I've been using the plain notebook for 3 or 4 years now. So it's stuck, which is great because now I have a planning style I really like. So that's another good thing about the Hobonichi Techo. There's so many options that you can make your own. You can use one of the existing products. It's very versatile. So no matter what your planning style is like, you're like 99% guaranteed to have something that works for you. So I'm very, very much looking forward to moving into the 2025 version, which is so clean. So my cover, which you can see here, it's not available. I'm sorry. I believe it was a 2020 release. So you had to get in on it in 2020. But the good news is that Hobonichi always releases incredibly cute covers every single year. So don't worry, there'll be something for you in 2025. You just gotta wait a little bit. They're coming, I promise.